There is a crucial difference between self-loving, fulfilled people and, how do you say, what do you even call it? I don't even want to call them normals. People who are not living in fulfillment, who are not in self-love. Unfortunately, that's the measure. The difference is actually quite simple. Those who are in self-love are fulfilled, loving people. They are in their harmony, in their center, because they are happy. And when they are happy, they are fulfilled. When they are fulfilled, they are in self-love. And the others who are not in self-love, they are not fulfilled. They are searching for meaning and are chasing after everyone else. They are searching for something, but they don't know. How herd animals, they go where everyone else goes. And it usually ends in a dead end. This comes from my experience. It's not some general wisdom that I'm sharing here. It's just my perception, my experience. They are out of their centrifuge. They have been flung out. There is a disharmony on the soul level. If there is disharmony on the soul level, then you can't be happy. That's just not possible. You are out of your protected area, out of your light, and suddenly you find yourself in the shadow, so to speak. You're vulnerable, manipulatable, steerable, and so on. And when you come into your center, into your light, into your safe zone, into your paradise, let's just say, then you are in your self-love and your fulfillment. Very simple. So I am in my self-love, I am in my fulfillment. I am so happy like I wasn't even a month ago. So I am happier than I was a month ago. I think so too, even happier. I was already completely happy without any wishes. But now I am even happier without any wishes. When I have wishes, it means I have a lack. Otherwise, I wouldn't wish for anything. And when I am completely happy without any wishes, then I am out of this lack. But that doesn't happen overnight. It works, but that's the beauty of it. We are not stamped as if to say, that's just how it is, deal with it, fate, karma, whatever. No, I can change that with every blink of an eye. That's the beauty of it. Wow, really, I can really change it. I can learn what fulfillment is from myself. I can really put it into practice, self-love. I can live a fulfilled, meaningful life. So it's in our hands. We just need the instructions again, the user manual that all the master coaches pass on to the people out there, the seminar leaders and so on. Or even in my online seminars, it doesn't matter where. These are just tools, simply put, to show how you can get into your love, how you can find your fulfillment. Because 90% of humanity out there, they, in quotes, are suffering. She doesn't know. I can't see the forest for the trees. What is the right tree? What is the right path? So many forks in the road, and you hear something from everywhere. Another one here, you have to do this, go left, go right, go back. And it's like I have a veil, my eyes are blindfolded, and I'm on a meadow not knowing which direction to go because there are voices coming from everywhere. And when I step into my self-love, learn to bring my light up, then I remove the veil and suddenly I see where I want to go, and that's where I want to go. And then it's a piece of cake. It's really a piece of cake. So simple, that's the difference. As I see it and have experienced in the last few years, all these techniques that I provide here are not just techniques. They are miracle tools, as I like to call them, because they have worked wonders for me. Whether it was my eyesight that kept getting worse, or my asthma, my years of severe migraines, my allergies for over 16 years. I really had extreme stomach pains, gastrointestinal issues, discomfort that was out of this world. That's how I describe them. And many, many other things that I really took almost everything in, and it just kept getting worse. And now I really enjoy being healthy. And when I hear from the outside and receive messages from people, whether through video messages or emails, one on Basi, about thyroid cancer, cancer in the final stages, where doctors say they have 6 weeks to live. And after 2 years, the person is still doing well thanks to these techniques. Or, oh, I like it that way. I don't like to promote myself by telling my own story. I prefer to let the others who experienced it live tell their story. It has a completely different quality than if I were to tell it. So I only know that it has already worked for AIDS. It has worked for Parkinson's, complete resolution. Parkinson is not just a cough, and with the worst intestinal issues. Really the worst intestinal issues. We have almost every training, we have people there. Every time miracles happen, these are real miracles, which actually aren't. But for the person, it's a miracle when suddenly 40 years of pain dissolve within a few weeks. Even though all the medical evidence says it can't be, that they have no cartilage left and it's genetic, and so on. Suddenly it works after all. Those are, of course, miracles in the conscious mind. In the unconscious, they are not miracles since we are creators. We've just forgotten how to do it. And the techniques actually help us to implement this again, even though we don't believe in it yet. That's the small difference. If you believe in it, you don't need the techniques. If you really believe, but hardly anyone does that. And the techniques are the bridge to the disbelief that it works, even if you don't believe in it. That's how I see these divine tools. That's how I applied it for myself. It worked for me, as I already said. It has also worked with people. I don't need any scientific evidence for that. I don't need anything at all, because I've simply seen it, experienced it in myself and in so many people out there. And every weekend I experience this anew. When these miracles happen again and again, as the saying goes. You just have to allow it. And I wish that when you apply one of these techniques, this miracle happens for you too. Within yourself, because you are the miracle maker. But there are critics who say, well, that's just a placebo. And I can't imagine that. I don't believe that. That's fine. I don't want to convince anyone. That's not my job either. I only offer the tools, and that's how it works. Use it or leave it. That's fine. Everyone should be happy or unhappy in their own way. It worked for me, and I believe my job is to share it with others, to give people hope that it can work if you stick with it. I'm not saying it works for everyone and right away, but it's a chance. I always see it like a dice. When I roll a dice, eventually a 6 will come up. You just have to keep at it. I always say, please keep at it. Don't lose patience. It took me years as well, but it worked out. And I would go through that path of suffering, that path of hell, all over again to get what I have now. Because I've never felt this good. I've never been this happy. I've never been this healthy. And that's why it's always worth it to walk the path of fulfillment, to recognize the meaning of life, and to live that fulfillment. And critics might say it's just a placebo. Say, yes, good. Did it work? Yes, but it was just a placebo. I say, great, then it's all placebo as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that you're happy. We don't always have to explain everything, do we? Many always want to understand it, analyze it. So why do you always want to understand everything? Why do you want to analyze it? Why do you want to understand it and have it explained? Kids don't do that either. When I tell the child to do this and that, and the child does it and is happy, then it asks, how does that work? And why? For what reason? Or something like that. He doesn't want to analyze it. He just enjoys it and is happy, the child. And we should do that too. We could still learn a lot from the children. Be like the children, they say. And I am the full child. Absolutely. Even if many then say to me, yes, blah, blah, they are way too childish. I say, yes, of course, I'm totally that way, but I'm happy and I'm fulfilled. And I live my life in all its childlike wonder. So back to the kids, of course. Sure, it's all nonsense and stuff. They can't help it. That's their perception. And that's fine. But everyone has their own path. And that's okay. One takes this path, the other takes that path. And those who don't believe in it should just apply it like the Indians do. Walk in my moccasins for a while, and then you'll understand me. And I also say, just try these techniques, apply them for a few months, half a year, and then make a decision, but not before. The only thing I can really urge people to do is many come when it's 12:05, when everything is already going down the drain, whether it's illnesses, not just illnesses, but also relationships, and financial distress is really bad. Again, self-healing is holistic for me. Holistic really means like the fingers of a hand. Finances, partnership, vocation. Am I living a life that I enjoy? Am I doing what fulfills me? Or am I just doing it to make money? Health is all interconnected. I make no distinction. If I'm filthy rich, let's say I have 20 million in the bank, but my marriage is completely broken or I'm terminally ill, then no amount of money in the world is going to help me. But if I'm healthy, have a great partnership, but don't have money to pay the rent and feed the kids, then that's also bad. So for me, it's definitely holistic. For me, the most important thing was to first get into good health. That was the absolute priority for me. That's how everything could mature. And then to get rid of my financial distress, the second thing then to find fulfillment, and everything worked. These are the divine rules. They are just there. And they apply to everyone. They really apply to everyone. And most, of course, many come. Not the majority, but many come when it's really down to the wire and say, Roberto, now do it like this. And then it doesn't work after 2 hours, and oh, placebo. They took 40 years to get seriously ill and then often expect fulfillment in just 2 hours. Of course, that doesn't work, as a lot needs to be worked on in the field. A lot has to be transformed, and a lot has to change. The complete DNA, the entire cell structure, a lot of work has to be done on all levels without any side effects. It shouldn't harm me, so it creates a big change within me. I am completely changing. I will become the person that I actually am inside, the one I haven't lived until now. And that takes time, otherwise it will knock you over. It has to happen slowly, like a flower that grows, or a tree, which you also can't just pull out of the ground. It takes its time, and here it's exactly the same. But the beautiful thing is, there's a chance that it works. It's in my hands to do it. Most people are at the seminars and trainings because they feel that there's something inside them that wants to be lived. Or they think, it can't all just be this. I don't believe that. There has to be something more. And then I always like to say upwards. Let me be a lighthouse. Outwards. And only let the people come into my field who I can really give the tools to and who can actually implement this. But the others just pass by, who are simply not ready to work on themselves. Because they have to work on themselves. It's quite simple, but they still have to take action. Even if it's that simple. It's really easy, believe me.